first student that we're going to invite up today, her name is Erica Yang. She is currently in the 10th grade. She's been QD for a long time. She has a lot of experience in this space. So please, Erica, come up. Round of applause, please. Today, Erica is going to be performing for us an example of impromptu speech. Now, in order to perform this, she has asked for the help of the audience. Now, do we all listen to music in the room? Do you guys all listen to music, different songs? Yeah, a little bit, more or less, yeah. So I would like to have 3 volunteers from the audience. Please raise your hand and just give us one of your favorite song lyrics. Anyone from the audience, just raise your hand. Yes, in the back.
Despacito. Just the
okay.
Word, Despacito.
The word, or do you want? It helps to have song lyrics, like words from the song. Yes, Dr. Rebel in the back.
All you need is love.
All you need is love. Beautiful. Do we want to work with that one?
I'll just write them down.
All right, right. So anyone else? Anyone else? Any ideas? Any other different song lyrics that we can give to Eric over here? All right, that's okay. We'll roll with all you need is love. All right. Everybody. Oh, one more. Don't worry. Be happy. Such a positive birthday. All right. Don't worry. Be happy. All right. Are you ready to start your press? Okay. We'll start at the same time, so we'll shake it up, yeah? Okay. And ready, begin. So, because Erica's at the high school level for this event, she has 2 minutes to prepare. Impromptu speech traditionally is a competitor will go up into the room and the judge will give them a choice of 3 topics. They will choose one out of those topics and they will write a 5-minute speech in a small time period based on whatever topic they receive. And so the goal of impromptu speech is not to always give a same recycled speech every time. It's not to have the kids go up and struggle. The idea is that the student is not only able to think on their feet, but also to pull in lots of different examples and connect things from different subjects and to create a cohesive and entertaining, beautiful speech to give to an audience. Now, not every level is the same, of course. For younger levels, we do offer, we use a longer prep time period. We're a little bit more lenient with the time. But because Erica's been around for a while, she's at the high school level, she's doing a 2-minute preparation period, and she has a 5-minute speaking period. Now, because she's awesome, she's allowed me to speak while she's doing her prep. But normally, we wouldn't have anyone in the room to speak. We like to give them time to prepare without any other distractions. In the tournament situation, every student would do the same thing. They each have the opportunity to look at the different topics, select their topic, and then write their speech about it. So this speech is 5 minutes. So I'll be standing in the back and giving her time signals. So 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left, 1 minute, then 30 seconds. Right. Excellent. So
I'm also going to be speaking in English if that's okay with everyone. So, I'm in high school, and that means I have to worry about a lot of things. Not only do I have to worry about honors classes, but also APs and the dreaded SATs. I was worried about them for so long, and then I took them last weekend. Today, when I received the quotation, "Don't worry, be happy," I interpreted this to mean that if you can't do anything about the problem, stop worrying about it. And I'll prove this through 3 main points. Firstly, through the concept of divination class in Harry Potter. Secondly, through teenagers and their reactions to Trump. And lastly, through coyotes. So firstly, let's talk about Harry Potter's divination class. For those of you who haven't read Harry Potter, divination is the class where you learn to see the future. Now, one of the smartest characters in the entirety of the book thinks it's complete and utter lies. Hermione Granger does not believe in divination. She thinks it's a waste of time. She thinks that she doesn't need to know the future to be able to act now. And what does she accomplish with this? Literally everything. She becomes the Minister of Magic. She accomplishes everything because she doesn't care about some possible outcome in the future. She worries only about what she can change. And that is why she's able to enact change among the wizarding world. So because Harry Potter doesn't worry, in Harry Potter, Hermione Granger does not worry about what she can't change. She's able to work to the best of her ability. Now that we're done talking about divination class, let's look further at Trump. We all know who he is, or at least I hope we do. And our mentality towards him can be very, very divided. But something that I've noticed is, among my generation now, we're simply hoping. We can't change anything about what he's doing because we can't vote. I am not old enough to vote. So what we do instead is we enact change on a smaller scale. We go to our protests. We go and petition. We do what we can. But we don't go to the White House and knock on the door and try to get Trump to change his mind because we can't do that. So we make our own change. In my school, when we had to deal with all those school shootings last year, we had a march. We all walked out of class onto our street, held up signs, and posted that video onto YouTube. We made change in our own community. It helped in Santa Ana. It didn't help on a global scale, but it helped us personally. We can't worry about what we can't change. We can't worry about what's going to happen in 3 years and 5 years when I can finally vote. I can only worry about what I can change now. Now that we're done talking about voting, let's talk about coyotes. Coyotes, you all know them. They look a bit like wolves, except they've got one difference. They don't hunt in packs. They worry only about themselves and their kids. And what does that mean? You don't see any wolf packs hanging out in Anaheim Hills. You don't see any wolf packs hanging out in Irvine. What you can see are coyotes. Because they're able to focus on themselves, they're able to be so widespread. They don't have to worry about taxes or feeding the runt of the pack. They just have to focus on keeping themselves alive. And that's why they're such a successful species. So today, when I received the quotation, "Don't worry, be happy," I interpreted this to mean that if you can't change anything about it, stop worrying. And I've proven this through 3 main points. Firstly, through Hermione Granger and her denial of the divination class. Through how teenagers today can't vote and change Trump's policies, but we can enact change in our own neighborhoods. And through coyotes, how they only care about what they need to do to survive and thus are a more successful species than other eusocial animals. So, going back to my SATs, I took them last week. And for this entire past week, I was stressing about my scores. I was like, what if I don't get the score that I want? What if I fail? What if all of a sudden they decide to cancel the scores? But then my mom told me, I took the test already. It's done. I can't worry about it because I can't change anything. So I'm going to leave you with my interpretation that if you can't change it, don't worry about it. It'll sort itself out in the end.